Hi, so welcome to the next lecture about the college essay format. We went over thesis statements. Don't forget that thesis statements come at the last sentence of your introductory paragraph, and it's always going to be one sentence long, and it's made up of your claim plus three reasons, or in other words, your main idea plus three supporting ideas. So let's go ahead and begin the next lecture then. Give me a quick second. So topic sentences and body paragraphs. As already stated, this is the next component of the college essay format that I believe is the most important, which is why we're going over this second. So let's go ahead and begin. So please feel free to pause at this slide. I'm going to go ahead and address the questions. But if you know the answers to any of these, please do not hesitate to shout at the screen pretending that I could hear you. So again, please don't hesitate to pause at this slide. But I'm going to go ahead and answer the questions. So what are body paragraphs? Body paragraphs expand upon the reasons of the thesis statement. What's a topic sentence? And are similar to thesis statements? So don't forget that the thesis statement lets the reader know what the entire essay is going to be about. These topic sentences operate in a similar function, except the biggest difference is that while this thesis statements covers the entire essay, topic sentences pertain to the specific body paragraph. So each body paragraph is going to have its own unique individual topic sentence. What are the purpose of supporting paragraphs? Since they are expanding upon the reasons of your thesis statement, they are going into detail of your argument. Don't forget, in the thesis statement lecture, I explained that one does not want to go into too much information with your thesis statement. They just want to give an overview, general thesis statement for the readers to understand what the essay will be about. It's with the topic sentences and the body paragraphs in general where the writer will go into detail of their argument, supporting their main idea or supporting their claim. Are body paragraphs the same as supporting paragraphs? Yes, they are. I like to make sure that my students understand that there are synonyms for terms and labels. If one ever sees supporting paragraphs, it's the same thing as body paragraphs. And do body paragraphs have components? Yes, they do. We'll be going over that shortly. But it's made up of a topic sentence, context, evidence, analysis, and then with the transition in there as well. We'll go into more detail shortly. So topic sentences. A topic sentence is sort of like a thesis, but on a smaller level. As already stated, the topic sentence lets the reader know what that individual body paragraph will be about. So body paragraph A is going to have its own topic sentence separate from body paragraph B and so forth. Each supporting paragraph starts with a topic sentence, and that's true. Every body paragraph, you always want to make sure it has a topic sentence that connects back to the thesis statement, more specifically, the reasons of your thesis statement. And topic sentences allows for a smooth flow. How? Well, since topic sentences are going to detail of your argument, and that means that as you go over each body paragraph, the reader is going to get a fuller idea of what your argument is. So that's how it allows for a smooth flow. Also, referring back to the transitions, all that does for the writer is it allows them to go from one idea to the next idea. So to switch from idea A to idea B, in other words, to transition from body paragraph A to body paragraph C, and so forth. So here's the basic supporting paragraph format. Again, as stated already, it begins with your topic sentence, followed by your context, evidence, analysis, and then a parentheses. So what do you guys know about these terms? Again, if anyone does know anything, please don't hesitate to shout at the screen. But at the next slide, we have details. So a topic sentence, you wanted to keep this at one sentence long, like your thesis statement. And what is a topic sentence? It's a summary of what the paragraph is going to be about, right? It lets your reader know exactly what that body paragraph will be discussing. Context. Notice the bullet portion, right, of the quote or personal story. Context has nothing to do with your argument, and context only pertains to where your evidence is coming from. If you don't know what evidence is, your evidence is your quote or personal story or whatever it is that the essay prompt is asking you to use to support your ideas, right? So usually this is your evidence is going to be a quote, data, or anecdote that proves your point, right? So what this means is that context explains where your quote is coming from or where your evidence is coming from. All this means is that if one has a quote, you're just literally explaining where that quote comes from. If you have a personal story, you're just setting up background information of how that personal story occurred. What's the point of context? Well, you always want to assume that your reader has not read what you have read. has not seen or watched or experienced what you have experienced. So although the ideas may make sense to you, it makes sense why your evidence supports your topic sentence. Your reader may not understand that because they don't have that same information that you do. That's where context comes into play. It ensures that the reader knows the full picture. So again, topic sentence, context should be 1 or 2 sentences, no more than that. Why? Well, since context is essentially a summary, you don't want to run the risk of your essay, your analytical paper becoming a book report or an article report, right? It should be your analytical thoughts. Evidence, again, this is usually a quote, data, or personal story that proves your point. Analysis, this should be at least 3 sentences long. The analysis is the explanation of how your quote fits into your argument or how your evidence fits into your argument. So the analysis is the most, with the topic sentence, I would argue that the analysis is the second most important part of the body paragraph. Why? Because without the analysis, your readers are not going to understand why your evidence supports your topic sentence. As the writer, you need to make sure that you explain in detail how that evidence is supporting your topic sentence. What this means is that you don't want to just put your quote and your evidence and then move on. You want to put in your evidence and then make sure you refer to it refer to it in your explanation of how it's connecting back to your topic sentence, which is connecting back to the reasons of your thesis statement, right? So it's all organically connected. And then finally, transition. A conclusive phrase or sentence that finishes the paragraph. It could either finish the paragraph or begin the paragraph. The transition is up to the writer. It could either, for example, with body paragraph A, since there's nothing to transition from at the beginning because there's your introductory paragraph and then body paragraph A, this would mean that your transition comes at the end of body paragraph A if one wants to. Or if one prefers, they could have the transition come at the beginning of body paragraph B. And again, a transition, all that does is going from one idea to the next idea. So going from reason A to reason B. Body paragraph, an explanation to your argument. So sometimes you might need to have a little bit more detail into your topic sentence. You might be working with a complicated idea, and that's fine. As long as you remember that your very first sentence has the main idea. If you feel like after that the reader requires more information, then go ahead and provide that additional detail. But again, just make sure your first sentence is where the main idea is located. The first sentence is where the expansion of your thesis statement is occurring, and then the following sentences after that is just explanation for your reader to ensure that they understand what it is that you're trying to argue. So essentially the format is the same. Topic sentence, 1 sentence. Additional detail to topic sentence, again what I just explained. If you feel like your reader requires more information, go ahead and provide that in 2 to 3 sentences. So that in total you have 3 sentences before we get to your context. 1 to 2, maybe 3 sentences. Again, here comes your evidence. And then once again, your analysis, at least 3 sentences. And then finally, your transition, right? So it's exactly the same as the last format. Yeah. So here's a list of transitional words and phrases. Again, please feel free to pause at this slide. But keep in mind that transitional words and phrases are words and phrases that we use in our everyday language. So don't let this slides intimidate you or scare you. Again, these are phrases that we use every day, and there's more than these. There's more than what's listed here as well. So, what do you think are the benefits of the structure that I just showed you? Again, if anyone wants to share the screen, please feel free to do so. But essentially, the benefits are that your ideas are organized; they are formatted, right? If you have your thesis statement that lets your reader know what the entire essay will be about, followed by your body paragraphs, where each body paragraph has a unique topic sentence that expands from your thesis statement, it's all going to connect. It's all going to connect organically and allow your reader to more easily understand what it is that you're trying to push forward, what it is that you're trying to argue as the writer. So the counter paragraph, this reviews the opposition's potentially strongest arguments. Your job is to refute or counter the claim. It's not mandatory to have a counter paragraph. One needs, at least that's true for my class. You always want to make sure you look and read over the prompts and look at the requirements and reminders to put into your essay exactly what it is that your professor wants you to put. But for my class, I don't require a counter paragraph. Where will this paragraph go in your essay? It'll go at the after your body paragraph, so right before your concluding paragraph. Remember, make sure your topic sentences help answer the so what question. You can't escape the so what question. Embrace it. It'll only help you. Why is this topic relevant? Use evidence to support yourself. Supporting paragraphs assist you in making your readers care about your argument. And that's very much true. Why? Well, because if you're constructing your body paragraphs correctly, they are supporting your thesis statement. They are going into detail of your argument. So here's a quick example. So if you want to practice on your own, you could compose 1 or 2 topic sentences for a practice thesis you create or for your first essay. But I have 2 practice thesis statements. The first is The Witcher 3 is one of the better games made because of its narrative content, attention to character details, and the dense themes the game covers. So topic sentence number 1, the narrative structure of The Witcher 3 allows for dramatic build-up. Having Geralt search for Ciri allows the game to present an intriguing detective-style plot. So with the first topic sentence, I felt like my readers needed 2 sentences to understand what it is that I want to push forward. But notice that my main idea is still in my first sentence, and the following sentence just clarifies that idea. Let's look at the second topic sentence. The focus on narrative details allows for the characters to become much more fleshed out, allowing them to have individual characteristics that makes the game feel more immersive. All right, so let's go ahead and go over the color coding format then. So the green portion is my claim, the yellow is my reason A, the blue is my reason B, and the red is my reason C. So the narrative structure, here's my reason A. So this is why this is my first topic sentence, right? Because it's expanding upon my reason A. And let's go to the second topic sentence. Why is this portion yellow if it's concerning reason A, and the next part is blue when that concerns reason B? Well, because the yellow portion is my transition, right? The focus on narrative details allows, so I'm going from reason A to reason B, or idea A to idea B. And excuse me, notice that it's just a phrase, just a collection of words that flows into your next topic sentence. All right, let's look at the second example. Stranger Things should have ended after its first season because the story is becoming too bloated. Excuse me, let me drink some water. Sorry about that. Stranger Things should have ended after its first season because the story is becoming too bloated. The characters are starting to lack focus, and each season's plot is becoming too similar. So again, the light green is my claim, the yellow is reason A, the blue is reason B, and the red is reason C. So let's look at my first topic sentence. Stranger Things introducing new characters every season means that every subplot will not be impactful, since the writers have to worry about giving each group of characters something intriguing to do. So as the writer, I felt like 1 sentence was sufficient to express my main idea to my reader. That's fine. And let's look at my second topic sentence. The bloatedness of the story leads to character plot lines that seem more like filler than being integral to the main plot, cheapening the value of certain characters. So again, let's look at the color coding. Here's the yellow, that's my reason B, and then here's the blue, my reason B. Here's the yellow, my reason A, and then here's the blue, my reason B. So again, the yellow is in the second topic sentence because that's serving as my transition. Although in the second topic sentence, reason A is included, it's just a small portion of the topic sentence, correct? The main focal point of the second topic sentence is still concerning reason B. Sorry, excuse me about that. I don't know why I started coughing a lot at the end of this lecture, but that's the end of body paragraphs and topic sentences. If you have any questions or concerns, please do not hesitate to reach out and go to the Success Center. The next portion we'll be covering will be introductions and concluding paragraphs. We're almost done with the college essay format. Thank you for listening, guys, and good luck.